Hello fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. How you doing, Timsters? How you feeling? First of all, thanks for watching. Thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for being you. Just thank you so much. I just don't know how to say this sometimes, so just thank you. So family, some people bring something to my attention that I notice when I go out, when I go to like Target, Walmart, Walgreens, and other box stores like Big Lots and things like that. Fam, I started to notice there's a drought on Funko Pops. What's going on there? A lot of people are feeling some kind of way as far as collectors and people who are part of the, community. Fam, I'm looking at it like this. Funko Pops have gained so much in popularity that, everybody's buying. And right now, you got a lot of collectors buying. You got a lot of people who are not collectors who are buying, and it's just like crazy right now. It's like people, thinking this would be the next big thing. You remember you had the Beanie Babies at one point in time and how those items had skyrocketed in price. And you remember they went up. I mean, Beanie Babies was everybody was trying to buy them. They were trying to find them. They had some at McDonald's and the Happy Meal. People were going around to each McDonald's and getting them, picking them up. Then, they were selling them at certain stores. But one thing that happened with the Beanie Babies that Ty didn't understand, they overproduced them. Anytime that you overproduce, there's a problem with them holding value. Maybe some of the scarcer ones with the Beanie Babies still hold value. But one thing with the Funko Pops, I noticed with so many people collecting or just buying them thinking they will be the next big thing, you run into issues of finding them in stores. Like I said, in the beginning, I used to find them at Walgreens, GameStop. I had forgot to mention GameStop. GameStop, you finding little pieces at GameStop, but not the good ones. They just have all the same stuff that they had before. So there is a problem somewhere with distribution. Target is not at this point a great selection. They are clearancing out a lot of the Funko Pops. All the TLC Funko Pops are getting basically marked completely down almost to nothing. So fam, we are seeing a lot of things happening. This is why I say be careful with the stuff that you buy. Make sure pieces speak to you. Make sure you're not just buying something to just say I'm a part of this community. Don't go out buying none of this high priced ass Funko Freddies and you getting them and they like $1,000 a piece, and you buying the expensive ones. Fam, you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. Buy the items that speak to you. A lot of people like to buy the Walgreens exclusives like the Moon Knight, the Deadpool Duck, and it was a few other items. But I started noticing, fam, you know what, you gotta take your time. You got to take time and look at the items because some of them, the quality is not there. And I'm just being honest. Some of the Funko Pops that I got, I wasn't a big fan of them. I had picked up a few back in the beginning that, I looked at and it was like, I don't even know I picked these up. And like I say, for certain items, you cannot even give them away because nobody wants them. They don't want to pay the shipping on them, and that's all you asking. Pay the shipping and you got it. See, this is why I say buy particular items that speak to you. Not like it's in the corner like, hey, buy me. I'd be good in your collection. Nothing like that. I'm talking about, pieces that you can relate to that are nostalgia to you. Has nostalgia to you. Like you buying DuckTales as a kid, you was watching the cartoon. Darkwing Duck, you watched that cartoon. Bartman and Radioactive Man, you watched The Simpsons. Gotcha Man, G-Force, you watched those cartoons back in the 70s and early 80s. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, you watched that cartoon. You thought you was He-Man. When you put up the sword in the air, you thought you was going to say by the power of Grayskull. The Powerpuff Girls, you remember that cartoon? It was simple. It was something new on Cartoon Network. As a teenager, I watched it because I just thought it was hilarious. Fam, Inuyasha, I watched that as a grown-ass man. Do you get what I'm saying? As a grown man, that anime on Cartoon Network, I watched it. It was pretty cool to me. That's what I'm saying. I watched SpongeBob, for brief periods of time. It's just like the stuff, the Ninja Turtles. I'm a turtle fan. Stuff that you into, this is what you should pick up. If you're not into the items, do not pick them up. Like I said, it'll be a lot of dead stock merchandise on your shelves because you feeling some kind of way about it because you can't really relate to it. This is why I'm kind of going a different way with collecting, because as I see it now, a lot of stuff is changing in the collecting community. And like I said, right now, what's happening with the Funko Pops, fam, it's a big thing because a lot of people don't understand that this is a hobby that people jumped on a bandwagon with. People didn't jump in and say, hey, look, I like Funko Pops, this is what we're going to do. No, people jumped in and thought, hey, this would be a good idea. As a collection piece or as a investment. Don't treat anything you doing as a damn investment. Funko Pops are pieces of plastic with bobbleheads most of the time. If you're going to collect them, be happy with them. But by no means whatsoever do you go into this thinking this is going to be something totally different, fam. People miss the point every day. Hobbies are for you to have fun with. They're not investments. I see people treat their video game collections as investments. I noticed at one point in time, video games rose in price and now they're going down. Sealed video games used to get you a higher return when you're trying to sell them. Now nobody's buying. Nobody's biting. Graded games used to, get you a lot of money. Nobody's buying. Nobody's biting because nobody really wants them anymore. Consoles is hard to get rid of them because nobody's in the house anymore. So my point to you is when you start looking at your collections, start looking at your hobbies, you start realizing what is it that you're into. As far as action figures in the back, fam, if you see these are what I'm into. These have ties to my childhood. Just like a lot of other people who are around the same age that I am. This is why they buy the nostalgia of it all. You buy toys that, related to your childhood. Things that you probably couldn't afford when you was that age. Because, we had families, as kids, it wasn't just us. And even if it was just us, there were still other things that had to be done in the house. They can't just sit there and buy you toys all the time. So guess what? Now as an adult with disposable income, you're using some of that to buy back some of your childhood. And see, Funko Pops was a good way. At one point, they were like $8.99, $9.99. Now they're like $11.99. It still ain't bad. A $2 price increase considering that the items shot up in nothing but value in most cases. But I tell anybody to take that value that you're looking at with some of these figures, only take it at face value. Because you don't know how long that value going to last or it's going to hold. Because again, at the end of the day, people do what people do. Collecting is something that either you like doing or you just doing for the hell of it. As far as with Funko Pops, a lot of people do it because they're easy to display. They're easy to make walls out of. They're easy to put on the shelves. It's a fun-lit hobby. There are a lot of women that do this. There are a lot of people that don't understand what's really going on. Far as why are people collecting Funko Pops? People collecting them because this is what they like. And they're actually finding the pieces that they like. But right now, it's like a drought in all areas. Walmart, a lot of those are bare where I'm at. A lot of Targets, like I said, they haven't got nothing new in a minute. And Walgreens, as far as Funko Pops, man, you can forget it. I used to find Walgreens Funko Pops all over the place. Nah, even though this is like their headquarters, like, but even though it's 100 stores here, but it's hard to find them. And I understand it's just like with like some of the Marvel Legends exclusive Walgreens exclusive, it's hard to find those. So you sitting here trying to find some stuff and you feeling some kind of way. Look, if you able to find stuff, find it. If you able to win, win. But don't sit back and get mad at people for winning, fam. This is what's going on now. This is what we doing. Funko Pops are a big part of collecting now. And let's just look at it like that. Let's try to keep winning, fam. But till later, fam, thanks for watching. Peace out.